I just wanted to come live and honestly have y'all hang out with me for a little while. But I thought I'd answer any questions anybody might have or anything like that. Oh man, we're here, we're doing it. Let me show you some of the things I went to the store and bought today. I found out today that they have a free, well, wait, I found out today they have a free store in town, right? So I went there and like I forgot to buy, I mean, not buy, I forgot to bring, like I had to leave a lot of stuff behind. So I don't have any sheets or covers or towels. All I have is the ones that I've been using, like one of each. And so I was telling the lady at the Dollar Tree, like, is there a thrift store close by? And she told me about this store that was a free store. I went, free? There's a free store in town? And I went there, and man, I love these people. I am so blessed to be in Edmonton. I was invited to church. I was really far away from home, but everybody there was my neighbors. Isn't that cool? Like I was very far on the outskirts of town, the opposite way, right? And when I started telling people that I bought a farm and that I'm living on Scotts Ridge, that kind of thing. But everybody that was in the store lived over here. Praise God. I know that was God Himself. I literally was just on the phone with Rose before I pulled up to the store, and I was telling her how I wanted to, maybe go to one of their churches. I would love to go to church. That'd be a great way to meet people and, see how they're worshiping here, because I love worship, you know. So, the pastor of the church down the street, well, the former pastor of the church down the street was at the store. So praise God. Definitely they invited me to church and I'm like, yeah, I want to come sing. I like to sing. That's the way I worship. So that was really cool. But let me show you what all I got while I was down there. Everybody been telling me to get these, so I got these. Right, I got tons of these already, but I got a few more, might as well. Uh, for the tent, I got this cool rug, that sits right outside. It's all fluffy and nice. I noticed that, which I'm probably gonna do like he did, uh, but he has a whole bunch of um, half-gallon milk cartons. I mean, you know what I mean? Not gallon jugs that have been cut in half. And I'm guessing they were for water for the animals over there. So I bought this because I'm trying to make it look pretty like a glamping site. So I bought these, which will give it the color. Remember, we were talking about color. So I got these to put water in for all the animals. I'm going to position these around and I'll buy more as time goes on. But I got these for the animals. I went and got me some more of this so I could keep working on, I ran out. That's the reason why I stopped working. What are you talking about over there, chicken? You got something to say? Let's see. So I guess I'll take you guys with me while I do this. All right. I don't even know how I'm gonna take you with me, but I didn't want to, I just wanted to come live and talk to somebody. But hold on, let me get this together. Uh-oh, I can't do this with one hand. Let's see. Hold on, I'm trying. Hey, love. Sorry, my neighbor just came home down there. Hold on. Okay. So I'll take you guys with me as I go over there and do a little something, something. Hold on. I'm gathering my things. Okay, let's go. Ugh. I don't know if you guys can hear me. No, dog, you got to go in the house. As a matter of fact, the dogs got out yesterday, and I'm not playing those kind of games. I do not. Y'all got to excuse my house. I still ain't did no cleaning on the inside. That's my plan for tomorrow, was to clean up on the inside. Hold up. I got to put this back on. Come on, dog. Get in there. That's my dog's room. Go. Get in here. Come on. Get in here. In here. Stay. Okay. So, hold on. Sorry. I don't want y'all to see the mess. It is a mess, though. Look, I can put all this stuff up. Look, I told you I got 2,000 seeds. Why did I buy that many seeds? Because I figure I'm poor. One day seeds gonna be actual money. So when they paying people and that everybody buying gold, I got seeds. They gonna pay me in gold for my seeds. Is my thought process. Okay, let's get out of here. We're going over here to where the chickens and stuff are. Sorry about the poor quality of the video. Please forgive me. I lost my tripod, or I didn't bring it. I'm not exactly sure what happened to the tripod, but it's gone. I thought I saw it here, but it's gone. But my plan was, hold on, my earpiece falling out. Hold on, guys. Sorry. I got so much work to do. I took off yesterday. I should have never took off yesterday. I have so much to do. Oh, I'm gonna have to find a way to get better in it. Like, how, when a person has a house or something, how do they get internet on their land? But, but, oh, goodness. Oh, goodness. But, I put my little hook there, right? And my little pot. And this is where I get the chickens. These are my chickens. Those are HB's chickens. But they love it here and they don't want to leave. So I told them they don't have to leave, but Rex says they got to go home at some point. I've been feeding them. They love rice and cornmeal mixed together. Oh, look. Wow. I'm going to leave that there for right now because I wasn't going backwards. But there's an egg. Oh, wow. Thanks, guys. Y'all finally laying eggs for your girl. Hi. Hi. They want me to, but Rex told me he wants them to go home, but I don't mind. Okay, so I got their water. Let's put their water back. I need to get for their woggy, and then I got me a food thingy. Hold on, where's the hook for the food thingy? Uh-oh, I might not have a hook. I thought I had a hook. Hold on. So I bought this other thingy. Maybe I got the hook in my pocket, and yeah, there it goes. And they keep these little thug chickens. So my feed is in that door. I got to go get something to put my feed in because they butts are breaking in. And I keep going in there and the chickens done broke in and ate up the food. But I got this hook for this. Like how I put that on the hook there. So I'm going to put this here until I go. I got to go get the thingy. No, get away from the door. You are some thugs. Like y'all are some thugs. That's not your food in there. What you mean? Oh, y'all know I'm a sucker. Because I'm going to feed you. Hold on. Give me a second. But I know he told me to stop feeding you so that you'll go home. Y'all don't even live here. That's what Rex told me, stop feeding y'all. But I can't help it because y'all be following me around wanting what I got all the time. So, as a matter of fact, I need to go back. Just to make sure the thug chickens don't eat up all the food. These thugs, they in a gang. Oh, I named my chickens. Hold on, I'm scared to go in here because they be breaking in here and then stuff be going, they be flying out at you. No, get away. I'm not about to feed you that. So I don't know if y'all can hear me, but I'm food. Y'all see I put my pictures up on the wall? Get a play some color. All right, get ladies some food and Tupperware bin for uh, to stop the thug chickens. Look, what you gonna do over there, thug chicken? Oh, I didn't tell y'all. Oh, I named my chickens. Okay, so y'all remember the movie Set It Off? Y'all remember that movie? So we got Cleo is the big white one. Then we got Stony. Then we got TT. And I can't remember the last one's name. If anybody remember the last girl on Frankie. I think her name was Frankie. Yeah. Stony, Frankie, TT, and Cleo. Those are my chickens from Set It Off. And these chickens right here are in the mob or something. They're a straight group of thugs. All right, I gotta go back. I thought I had everything. That's the one thing about having like a lot of land is your muscle memory is used to only walking maybe this much land. You know what I mean? Just from here to here. But then when you're over there and then down there, don't forget nothing because when you got to go back, you got to go back. You know. But let's go back because I need a box to put that in. I could use this box for now, but still, let me get Lady some food. So, little Miss Lady, I know she hungry, and I can't help it. I I know those are his animals, but he don't mind. I asked him if he mind. He said he didn't mind. So, um, how I'm gonna feed everybody else, but then don't feed that one. I'm gonna clean this up tomorrow. Don't even look in here, okay? Don't even look. Wait. That's all I gotta say. Don't look in there. Matter of fact, let me put this right here for 1 second. Move, dog, move, move. I'm coming back. Hold on. I ain't want to show y'all how bad everything look. Plus, I had to empty out. Hold on. I had to empty out this gigantic tub. Hold on. Move, dogs, move. I'm coming. Hold on. It's a gauntlet of stuff to get through. You know, I just moved in, so it's a lot. Move. No, you're not going with me. No. Okay, I'm back. I don't know if y'all are still there. Okay, cool. I don't have anything to. Oh, I know what I'll do. I'll use one of y'all bowls. Y'all already ate. I'll take his food, her food. Lady's a girl. I'll take her food in this way. Move. No, y'all stay. Stay. Y'all getting on my nerves. Hold on. Okay. There. That way you got a little extra so that way I don't feel bad like you ain't eat. You ate. All right. So, let's keep her going here. Sorry, guys. I don't have a tripod anymore. Okay. And I need a top for that. So we're going to put that there. There got to be a black top somewhere. Okay. Look at this. I have so much to do. But I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this right now. I don't want to. I want to go play outside. I got to find a top. There's a top. Ugh. Okay. But yeah. Now I got them the food. I'll clean up the inside of the house eventually when I got the energy. All right. Okay, now we got something to stop the thug chickens. I love my little thug chickens. But that's Rex's house down there. All right, and I got a little Tupperware thingy to be done. Hey, I ain't gonna mess with your. I tried to, but you be acting funny. Okay, see, she mad at people. I don't know her. She lucky I like feeding dogs. Okay. Whew. I'm gonna have to get like something to mount the phone to my head so y'all can see what all going on. Because I ain't got nowhere to hold the phone. I'm gonna figure that out. Oh Lord, that's heavy. All right, let me get my little scooper. So that shows me this scooper needs to be over here by the food. This scooper goes to the food. Get out of there, you little thug chicken. Ain't nobody go in here while I was out, right? Okay. All right, put that on there. Hold on. Okay, let's put this on here like this. You know how girls are. We want to make it cute. Instead of just having it sitting there, I want something cute hanging from it. So that way I could pick this up and just grab a scoop. Let's go feed the chickens. Move. Move. I'm going to feed y'all too. Y'all big baby. No, I ain't going to leave this door open. Because I know y'all some thugs. Look, y'all over there fighting already. Stop thugging out. Okay. So let me go get my girl get him a little bit of food. Then I get these other ones some food. The little sweeties. Hold on, here I come. And what is that, a beer? I don't even drink beer. You know what? I'm coming in because I don't like this beer. Oh, what? Look, there's an egg there too. All right, when I get this campsite up and running, I tell you, I'm going to be giving away free eggs because I'm tired of eggs. What is all this? Move. You can't have none in here. Get out of here. Oh, God. Hold on. All right, let's see. There y'all go. I'm gonna come get some in a minute. There y'all go, Liv. Hey, y'all got your food on? There, I'll just give y'all all of it. And then I'll give them some other ones. All right, thug chickens, come on. Come on, thug chickens. I'm doing it. I know y'all like, why she breathe so hard? Hey, I'm sorry. Shoot, I got asthma. Whew, I can barely breathe as it is. There. I won't give them that much so that maybe they will go home. Here, I'm gonna take some more out. Y'all go home after this. Look. Hey, damn it! Y'all, this is how a whole bunch of teenagers used to be over my house. I keep feeding people. Uh-huh. Chick, 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 chick. Okay. Get it. There. Oh, shit. Y'all supposed to be going home. That's what y'all supposed to be doing is going home. But y'all stay here. Then y'all start fighting each other. Doggone chickens. Okay. So I was hoping if anybody had any questions or anything like that, that they would let me know. Where my thing? Uh-oh, I done messed it up already. Where that? Uh-oh. Oh well, I guess I'll just drop that in there. I want to have a cute, oh, there go the cute little hook. Let's put that on top. We'll do that for later. Okay. All right, cool. So yeah, I was hoping if anybody had any questions or anything they wanted to say or ask me about. I have been studying. The number one, I told you guys I've been studying the word temptation and its opposite, which has been very interesting. Um, what was one of the words? Well, that's back over there. Once I get over there, I'll tell you guys the words. But I've been studying these words to, like, for every action there's an opposite yet equal reaction, right? So if God is the word, for every good word there's a bad word, as its opposite. So my thought was, if I could get the opposite of the word temptation, which I have been feeling tempted not to do anything, tempted to sit around smoking cigarettes, tempted, just tempted. You know, you get what I'm saying? So I want to find that opposite. And what was one of the? I can't think of none of the words that were opposite. Like, cause I was proud. I was like, oh yeah. Like, I know truth was the opposite. I can't think. So I'm gonna have to look at that and find out what were the opposites of the word temptation, because that's what I've been studying to make sure that I don't be tempted to just sit here and do nothing. You know what I mean? I don't want that to happen. I want to be able to get this done. But muscle memory is a real thing. Like, I used to sit in my room every day, or in the basement where I used to live, every day, all day. So now I have to fight myself from going to sit in my room. You know, it's like when I got a whole beautiful seat right here, but I keep running to sit in the room instead of sitting outside, you know. That's why I created that tent over on the other side, you know, was so that I could have a room outside to come to. But I took all my study stuff down there, and I'm scared that if I walk down there, I won't have reception. Because I noticed as soon as I got to the gate, everything started being crazy on a reception level. So I'm gonna have to call the phone company and find out how do I get internet o- on a wider scale, you know? I don't know how to do that. So I'm gonna ask if it's possible. Uh, but yeah, that was my plan, is to show you guys that teaching too. I got so much to do. I've never had, well, not since college, you know, back when I was in college, a single mom in college, I had tons to do. You know, I was about to say I've never had so much to do, but no, that's not true. When I was in college, I had like, and a single mom, I had a lot to do. But that's, so I feel 10 years, 20 years younger. Because I do feel like when I was in college and I was just, you know, always having to meet a deadline, meet, you know, or learn something new so that I could move to the next step. I, uh, I don't have a lawnmower, or I do, but it's a push lawnmower, and I'm gonna use it. I'm about to lose so much weight. I'm gonna be looking good when I'm done. So I got to go over there and get my lawnmower. It's time to sell the baby. I love my car, but it's time to get sold. I need something more practical. You know, that saved me a lot of money to where I could really be living, you know, off grid and, uh, you know, debt free out of their system. You know, right now that's my biggest debt. And so it's got to go. It's got to go. So I'm looking for about $2,000 vehicle that I could buy right out and not have to pay a monthly note. So let's see what else. Uh, Let me see what else. Uh, Look, I can't even get in my own fence. Hold on, cause I ain't got no gate. I don't know what I did. Uh, there we go. So yeah. Oh no, I'm still locked out. There we go. So let me go sit down, cause I can't see. Um, but yeah, I just got done feeding the chickens and feeding Lady, and I need to like, I guess my next plan will be to keep raking and doing yard work to try to get it pretty, you know. I told you guys I bought those water bins. So when we look that way, hold on. When we look that way, we'll see some colors of red and I gotta paint something over there yellow. Don't it need to be yellow? Something over there needs to be yellow. Or maybe something right here needs to be yellow. I haven't decided. Uh, so yeah, I thought it would work with me being able to hold the phone and walk around and show you guys what I do, but it's not working the way I would want. So I guess That's what I need to do is put together a wish list, you know? Like instead of asking people to donate, like I want to ask you to donate your old uh, tools, or you get what I'm saying? Like not tools, but farming tools. Like I need a new rake and stuff like that. But yeah, that's something I need to put together a gift registry because there are some. I have no lawnmower, you know. There are some things that I need to put together. But praise God, you guys have made it to where, man, I see them recommending my videos now. That is cool. I don't want to sit here rocking. That'll just met like I saw my last video. I was like this the whole time. But yeah, so now people like the YouTube is starting to recommend my videos. Like I got 26 new subscribers like overnight from the moment I did that video. Like God said, just ask them, you know? And I was like, I'm just gonna do a video asking people to like, share, and subscribe. And overnight, 26 new subscribers and a whole bunch of likes. So we're close to safe. That's good. That's a big blessing, is to be close to safe, you know? Um, yeah, I'm going to have to come back and do that Bible study. You know, it was really good. I was all by myself doing it, but my plan was to get everything rolled out so that that way I could just show you guys what I was seeing, you know? And the goal with that Bible study was to find the opposite of temptation and addiction and make the opposite word, whatever word is the opposite, making that word. Hold on, I think I don't think I took everything down there. I think I did write some down here. Hold on, let me look. See, the opposite of control, liberty, freedom, continuation, go, permission, release, you know? And then this word, fixation. That word is like it's not good. You know what I mean? It's like it has the word hate in it. It had a lot of stuff in it where I was like, oh, it had like sitting still. You know, I was like, that's why I'm sitting still. Let's see what else. No, that's another list. So I took the rest of it down to over there to study. So I don't have it here, but I will make sure that I get that together because that's how we all got together. Is I'm a Bible studier, and I normally bring you guys a Bible message, but I've been doing the farm, and but God said don't let that fall. I think that's why I'm so blessed that people invited me to church because I could use some church right now. I ain't gonna even lie, that'd be great. You know, hear a good message from someone else's point of view, which you know me. If I hear a good message from someone else's point of view, I'm going to dig deeper. And next thing you know, we're going to have a whole deeper understanding. So that's my plan. I don't know if I'm going to go to church tomorrow or if I'm going to wait until next Sunday. I don't know. I'll find out. I love what time their church starts too. Their church don't start till 11 o'clock. Hey, I went 11. That's my perfect time. That's my daddy told me I had to be up and out by 11 a.m. every day. So that's perfect. So yeah, I haven't decided am I going to church tomorrow or next week. Um, my plan for tomorrow was to clean the inside of the house because there was supposed to be a thunderstorm tomorrow. You know, I was like, I'm gonna wait until it thunders and then go work inside the house. But while it's a beautiful day, I would work outside the house, you know? Um, yeah, yeah. Take a deep breath and figure out what's my next step. I know I have to go buy a tripod so that you guys can, you know, so I can give you guys better quality videos. Now we got like the typical YouTube channel. You know, before it was all God, all prophecy, which I love. Don't get me wrong. I love that. But also, God gave this other aspect of watching his Goshen get built and be turned into a viable place for people to stay. That's another part of the goal. Um, so I can't, I got to make sure I do both, is what I'm saying. I can't just do one. Sometimes I get fixated and all I want to do is work outside, you know? But God has been telling me, no, don't forget to study too, baby. That's what you do. You study. And yeah, so I'm definitely going to do better about bringing those messages uh, in the near future. I got to get a tripod, something to put this phone on so that I give you better quality videos. I thank you guys for just having this as an out. You know, think about it. If I bought this farm and YouTube didn't exist, this would be a lonely situation. That I would really be in the weeds of it all if I did that, But thank God for YouTube because that means that not only is it not lonely, there's an opportunity there if I stay consistent to do some supplemental income. Y'all know I'm on Social Security, and Social Security ain't got much longer. It really don't. I'll be surprised if we have another year of the world as we know it now. I got a feeling within the next year, the world we know now ain't even gonna be the same. You know, they've been saying it everywhere. So um, there's been so that's the thing I got to do too is write down some of the things. I got to, start writing stuff down more because it's like when it comes to the government, I'm so over it. It's like a scary movie where where all the jump scares are. You know what I mean? To like, the thing when they jump out at you and you've seen the movie already, so you know all the jump scares, or going to a haunted house where your friend works there, so you know where the jump scares are. That's how I feel about the government. That like I'm over it. I'm so over it. Like get like I'm just over it, just from the all the theatrics. It's literally like, why are they putting on so much theatrics? We see exactly what they're doing. It doesn't, it's not even genuine. I mean, not genuine, original. It's not, what they're doing isn't even original. You know what I mean? To where it's like, it's just losing the whole governmental aspect of everything is just losing its flavor. Because, like, how long are we as preppers or prophecy givers or it's like it's hard giving the prophecy while people sit still. You get what I'm saying? So like it's literally like why I get it. I get why God said you can't warn these people. He was right. He was right. Like, those with ears and eyes, they will hear and see, but the other ones they can't see. But that's I think that's to our benefit now. Before I was thinking, oh, we got to get them to see. But now I'm kind of feeling like, no, I think God did that on purpose to keep us safe. You know, that I'm noticing that. Is the more that like I've told everyone what's going on. I've made the moves. I put my money where my mouth was. The whole nine. It's like you see indifference. I just learned what indifference means. So you see this indifference. I mean, I always knew what it meant, but I just recently looked it up. Like this, it's beyond complacency. I think God did it on purpose. That's what I'm trying to say. I really think He made your friends and family that won't listen to you about what's going on in the world. I think He did that on purpose to keep us safe. Because I'm noticing once they start listening a little bit, their demeanor changes. And it ain't like, no, it changes like you become the enemy to where you kind of like, whoa, wait, I was just telling you, I see what's going on. But if there is, remember that for every action, there's an opposite yet equal reaction, right? So the Bible says it 1,000 times that mammon will run this earth. And that is true. Y'all know who Mammon is. Money, the Baal, the devil, the one, the little G God, right? So if me being a person who hates money, I can't stand money. I feel like it gets in the way. Like right now, I got to be thinking of how much to charge. Forget that. Just come visit. Donate before you leave. I don't want to charge. You get what I'm saying? Like, so for a person who hates money, that kind of shows that I love the one true God. You know, because money gets in the way of God's blessings. Did you ever notice that? Money totally gets in the way of God's blessing people. Think about it. If money wasn't an issue, I could invite every single kid, all the daycare centers, like, hey, come play on the farm. But if I don't charge them something, or if I don't, it's just like, is that legitimate? No, it's real. I want you to come play on the farm. Nope, it don't cost anything. You get what I'm saying? I don't know. I don't even know how to explain it. I just can't stand money. But that is who is the God of this world right now. That's something you got to know. That's the reason why they did that ritual with that shot. That's the reason why they attached it to people's, like, what's the word? Accomplishments. That's what I felt was so. That's the reason why when I knew I was selling my house and running, was when they totally made it to where you can't keep your job. Like, what, I went to college as a single mom in my, like, I was 30 before I graduated, right? Like, this was my life's dream. And then you tell me if I don't put something in my arm, I can't live within that dream. I know that messed a lot of people up. There was a lot of people who, in order to, all the blood, sweat, and tears that they put in their future, their day to day living future of having a career, going to college, taking care of the kids, the food on the stove, all that kind of stuff. Like, in a moment, they literally said, take this shot or give all that up. Well, I chose to give it all up. Like, I chose to give it all up. And just because I couldn't get that shot back out of me, it felt like rape. I'm telling the truth, it did. It felt like rape. I was flat out telling them no, no, because I can't get out of me whatever you put in me. So I told them no, but in the process, I lost everything. I lost my job. I was 4 months behind on my home. Uh, like, it was really bad, right? But now it's not. Praise God. So there was, like, faith brought us home, you know? So just seeing what they're doing. Oh, now I remember. I'm so glad I rambled for a second. I don't know if y'all remember this. I'm going to find out what video it was on. I want to say it was about a year and a half ago. I told you guys that God told me. Remember, it was Isaiah 20. Wait, Isaiah chapter 26, verse 20, I believe. And I told you guys where the Bible says, come, my people, go into your chambers and close the doors, but for a little while until God's indignation has passed, right? Y'all remember that. But a year and a half ago, so that was 3 years ago when God told me that. But a year and a half ago, God told me that when we see people bleeding from their eyes and ears, to Isaiah 26. I know. You're like, what? So now, back then, I told y'all on the video, I said, go look for this virus. It was called Marburg virus. And God said, when you see this virus on the rise, to hide yourself into your home. Well, guess what's in the news and the new pandemic? Marburg virus. I'm about to cry because that's scary to be done. Everything that we've said, that's why I'm so over it. Because everything we've said, even down, God told us when this particular bank is surrounded. Remember, I told y'all this probably, somebody clicked in. Oh, y'all probably can't even hear me. Let me know if you can hear me now. Oh, please tell me if you can hear me. Please, somebody like throw another like up there if you can hear me, because I bet you can't hear me now. Mm. And I knew it was big because I was about to tell y'all about this bank. Can y'all hear me? Please tell me. Can you hear me? Let me know because there's a bank. God, I told y'all in my video. I'm gonna go figure out what day that was. It was probably like 6 months ago, like at the most, right? But God told me, you can hear me, praise God. God told me that when this bank gets surrounded, they're gonna nuke the place. Real talk. That's what he said. It was like 6 months ago. I don't know if you watched the channel, but I told you guys about this. And guess what? Now the banks are failing. Real talk. Now, God has been showing me there is one in particular. Now, which one it is, I don't know. But he literally said, now, there is a man who runs like I feel like I'm risking my life to tell you these things, but no, I shouldn't be risking my if it's alive. Remember, I got my hat on, I got my fangirl hat on, so I shouldn't be afraid about my safety because it's a fangirl situation. Only believe me as far as you're willing to study what I've said, okay? But God been showing me there's this bank, okay? There's this bank, and He said that when that bank is surrounded, like, okay, so let me back up. Let me back up, okay? So you know there's a difference between Jerusalem and Israel, right? There's a big difference. A lot of people, because they believe what the pastors and, just believe the tradition of it all, they're not seeing the words of it all, okay? So Israel would be like if it wasn't a state or a country, it was a people, right? So Israel, right? So Israel would be a group of people, okay? But Jerusalem would be a city, but it ain't what y'all think. Like the original sound of the letter J is an H. So that word turns into Herselem. Herselem. That's what it turns into when you say the letter J properly as it once was. So it would have been Herselem. Okay. Herselem. Okay. And that's what God was telling me. When Jerusalem, you know how the Bible says when Jerusalem is surrounded, God told me Herselem was a bank. And God said, when that bank is surrounded, they're going to new the place. And then now this had God showed me this 6 months ago, 6 months to a year ago. Go back and watch the videos. Y'all got to watch the videos in order. I know there's a lot of new people here, but try to watch the videos in order and you'll hear how long ago. That's why I'm so over it, because God showed us this so long ago. But he said, when this bank is surrounded, their way out is to new the place, right? Uh, so I've been looking into banks. There's a bank where the CEO, right? His last name is uh, Baria. No, not Baria. Wait, Borgia. I want to try to say Borgia because it's like Borgia with a O on the end. Okay, so remember the bad pope from back in 1492 when they started all this stuff? That bad pope, his name was Borgia. The name of the man who runs that bank, his name is Borgio, or something like that. So I don't know if this is the bank, okay? But I've been looking into it, and this is the bank of banks, right? So it's called the BIS. I don't know if that's the one. Look into this though. Really watch out to see who runs these banks. Who's their CEO? What's his family bloodline? Better yet, not even the CEO, the other one. Because, a lot of times they'll make you think the CEO, a lot of times the CEO is just the fall guy, right? but look to see who the CFO is, right? That's the chief financial officer, right? So find out who that person is. Research their last names. You get what I'm saying? And that will show. That's what God's been showing me. I don't know about you, but I'm just telling you how to study along with me. But my thought process is like God was showing me that if, let's say, I own this big, like I own this farm, right? And I don't really want to do the work. I would hire a CEO. But one thing I would do would be I would be the me, even though I want to back up and let y'all run it because I just, I'm tired. I want to retire, right? What I would do is be the board. I would be the president of the board of directors, or you get what I'm saying? I would be on the board of directors. So what I'm saying is, the reason why I'm saying that is, while studying who these different banks are to find out which one is the one that can't get surrounded. One of these banks, God told me, one of these banks cannot be surrounded. If it's surrounded, it's her Selim, and they're gonna noodle the place, and everything's kind of falling the way He showed me. And it ain't like it ain't documented here that I told you this a long time ago. That's the reason why I'm on Social Security. Social Security couldn't say nothing when I told them about all the visions, all the dreams, prophecies coming true. I showed them my YouTube channel and said, "Hey, I'm tripping. I'm scared to go out there because why this stuff coming true? How I know?" And I'm telling you, they gave it to me right away. They flat out went, "Yeah, we can't debate with you either. All they couldn't tell me, oh, it's all in your head. It's documented right here that I've been telling you about this, right?" So we got to find out which one it is. And that's what God has been showing me, is that one of these banks, when it gets surrounded, I looked at that biggest bank, right? BIS. I don't think that's it. Even though they're the CEO, which no one owns this bank supposedly, it's like it's the Fed. It's the bank of the Fed. So there's another bank, and it was started by Montague in 1930. His name is, hold on, the man who started the bank. He was a founding member. The bad part is, guess who else founded the bank? So this really good supposedly, I don't know if he's good or not, but I know this British man named Montague, and this, I want to tell y'all, how do I say this? Oh, look, and now I just see, I really don't care if they are threatening me. I just got a whole thing on my thing. I really don't care. I really don't. So let me just say it. So this bank was started by this one man and another man. Okay. So the one man was from Great Britain. The other man was from, I hope y'all see my mouth. Yeah, right. Yeah. So those two men started the biggest. Oh, and the man, the Montague man, he was the first baron of his group, I guess. I don't know. He was the first one. Okay. Uh, but isn't that crazy? The biggest ever bank. I'm talking about the bank that the central banks go to. You get what I'm saying? Was started by and a man who worked directly under. So, but so I don't think that bank is the one that's going to get surrounded. I think it's another one, but it might be that one, But that is the biggest bank ever. Like they don't even talk about this bank. That's how big this bank is. You get what I'm saying? Like nobody talks about it. It ain't on the radar. They're thinking Fed Now. No, Fed Now got a bank, and that bank. You get what I'm saying? Right. Uh, so that's something to look into, guys. You know, that's something to look into. That Marburg virus, God showed us that a long time ago. I really want to say it was about almost 2 years ago. Okay, the Marburg virus one. I want to say it's 2 years ago. The bank thing, I know that's at least 6 months to a year ago that God told us about it. Uh, oh, look this up, because this is also what I told you guys in the old video about that Marburg virus. You know, in Ohio, this is where I was in Ohio at the time when I looked it up. But you Google this. Google these words: deers dead, deers dead, hemorrhagic fever. Deers dead, hemorrhagic fever. Google those words. Deers are popping up near the water streams, bleeding from their eyes. Look at that. I'm telling you, they don't want me to tell you. I'm telling you, I don't want me to tell you. That's why I'm over it. Like, I'm going to need y'all to study with me because I'm over it. It feels like jump scares that we all know are there. Like, but they're literally bleeding from their eyes, nose, ears, and mouth. And they're dying at the river holes. Like the rivers, that's where they're finding them because they get fevers, so they go to the water to try to cool down. Is what is the way they explain why these deers are being found by the river like this. Here's the question: is why are they being found by, like, no, forget like the fact that they got a fever and need to get to the water. My question is, where did they get hemorrhagic fever from? Where did the deers get hemorrhagic fever from? Now, and remember what I said, and that's another thing. I'm so tired of it. I'm tired. These people went to, listen to this, guys. They went to climate change school in Geneva. They all went over there to Geneva, to school, to learn about climate change and pollution. And it was literally like they came back from there and went, that's how we destroy the country. Let's derail trains and dump. Like, it was literally, they did everything that they learned over there in climate change school was wrong. That's one. Next, here's something else that's been on my mind and making me angry. This concept of digital money. I want y'all to really think about this. I know everybody is so modern, right? Ain't they modern? They love the concept of cryptocurrency, right? They just love it. The concept of digital money, right? Oh, it's so awesome to them. Now, here's what I want you to know, and I want you to think about, okay? Just think about it. People have a hard time with hoarding. What's the real reason people have a hard time when it comes to hoarding? Right? That's grabbing possessions, grabbing things, don't want to let nothing go. So you're telling me, like, think of your most money hungry person that you could think of, most money hungry person you could think of, like, or the richest person you can think of. You telling me that they gonna be okay with not having something tangible that they can hoard? You telling me somebody who really is in love with their money, really in love with their money, I'm talking about a real money person, they trying to tell us that that person is gonna be okay without being able to take cash for their whatever they did? Like, that's not humanly possible, or hoarding wouldn't exist. You get what I'm saying? That's not so. I've always told people, like my son doesn't agree with me. He believes in cryptocurrency, and I just keep saying, like, everybody wake up, man, because even if you believe in it, some man, some woman, somewhere that loves their trinkets and their treasures ain't going down with this. So you need you like a unanimous in order to jump something like this off. You get what I'm saying? So they could keep on saying they're gonna do it, they're gonna do it, they're gonna do it, but let a really rich, wealthy man who loves stuff, like he loves his treasures in his hands. Yeah, no, it ain't going down that way. So, with that being said, y'all know God gave me this book, right? Well, went and bought the book as like a treasure. You know what I mean? I bought the book as a treasure, okay? I never read the book. It's called Clotel, right? The President's Daughter, which I didn't even know that it was about Thomas Jefferson's children. I didn't even know that. I didn't. When it said President's Daughter, I thought, especially the picture on the front, which that's a whole nother story. They make you think. I thought maybe that this slave was working for the president's daughter. No, the slave is the president's daughter. Long story short. But in the book, he talks about how, like he's telling his life story. William Wells Brown is telling his life story and how he became very wealthy, right? Let me tell you how. It was during the time, the Civil War, and he owned a barber shop where everybody came to his barber shop. But at that time, guess what? Because of the collapse of society, guess what the number one thing to do was if you were rich? You'll never guess. Create your own money. That's a true story. So this man literally had a bank, had money like to back it with, like so he had gold and silver to back it with, type thing. But then he made his own money, put it into circulation for people to borrow against his gold. Y'all hear this? So I'm reading this book from 1800s when slavery was still in, like the man who wrote the book was a runaway slave that ran all the way to London, right? So slavery was still in play, and this man literally talked about how everyone, he wasn't there, he didn't come up with the idea. No, 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 no. Everyone who had money was creating their own money. That was the thing to do, which that makes sense now. Because I remember a few of you probably remember, I love talking to wealthy white men. They're my favorite people to talk to. They love talking to me, right? And a few of you were in MLMs. Y'all know the MLM, multi-level marketing company, right? So that's where you talk to a lot of really wealthy people. You get what I'm saying? And one of the things I heard Wayne Nugent, that was the man who was the top of mind, which that man was smart. I used to love listening to that man talk. But he was talking about creating money. Interesting. So, like, if you got a store, you create money for that store. You got a business, you create money for that business. Interesting. So, what I'm definitely seeing, I'm sorry, I was waving to my neighbors. What I'm definitely seeing now is when crypto is no more, we got a lot of people that bought gold and silver, and the ones that got stores and farms, they're going to be creating money. Because that, like, time repeats itself. You get what I'm saying? So it's not like I'm saying this like I'm super smart. No. God haphazardly, like, he gave me this book called Clotel, the President's Daughter. I read the book. In the book, the man that wrote the book, right? He then talks about how he had this big store. Everyone came to him and said, "Start, create your own money," and he did. And they did bank runs on him. Yeah, and then guess what? Once they did the bank run on the man with his own store, right? He went to the guy who told him how to do it, and he was like, "Man, they came and took all the money, you know." And then he was like, "But they gave you back your money." Is what the man who told him, who's teaching him how to do all this. He said they gave him back your money. So what you do is recirculate your money and do it again. So I'm just saying the fact that this is possible, the fact that this was a common practice, the fact that we are looking at people giving up tangible, hoardable things for non tangible, hoardable things, that's going to drive people, like, people going to lose their mind when they find out that, like, when the lights get turned off, they ain't going to, all the people that used to love, like, they had their money was their identity. Yeah, they ain't going to have it no more. And then what's going to happen then? Money's collapsed. You want to go to a store, that store owner will have their own money and they'll circulate it. Now that makes sense. That's what happened in the past when they did this. When this type of thing, they've been practicing for years. I'm almost positive that uh, Covet, Covet, that's his name. That's the name. It's by the number of his name. Covet, y'all know. I'm almost positive that was to watch your reaction. I'm almost positive that, I mean, don't get me wrong. I believe that it is the MOB. I do. I do. I can't act like I don't believe it's the MOB. I do. I believe it had all. If it looked like, I go look at my old videos. If it looked like a duck, quack like a duck, it's a damn duck. Okay. And every single thing the Bible said about the MOB, mark of the beast. Everything it said about it is right there. Everything happened with that thing. So do I think some digital thing is coming? No, I think they already did it. I told you guys, this is like that magic trick. Remember I showed you guys that magic trick where how you always know what you're holding because you already, like, you're telling them to pick one card, right? You're literally like, pick a five of spades. That's because you got the five of spades in your hand. And whatever they pick next, you're going to look at that and say, pick that. So that's what I think is going on with Covet. Uh, but I also think Covet was to measure your, like a live, like an experiment to measure your reaction time, to measure your conformability. I really do think that's the goal of it all. And I bet you, I'm telling you, God already said, do nothing. Do nothing. Don't protest. Don't do go into your house, hide yourself for but a little while, just like um Isaiah 20, I think it's Isaiah 26. Yeah, Isaiah 26 said, do that because I think it's baffling them. They're expecting more to where you can kind of see their plan. I won't say it's failing. No, no, no. But you could see it. You get what I'm saying? Like, think about if we were rioting and if we were doing all that kind of stuff, you wouldn't be able to see their plan. But considering the fact we're not really doing anything, now we know the calm before the storm is really a woman named Stormy. You get what I'm saying? We could do that now because we're not we're not following their their plan. You know what I mean? You could tell people are following God's plan a little bit more. They sit back and watch. Let's see what's going on, and I'm glad we are. So that maybe when they pull the big trigger, because I told y'all, as soon as her Salem is surrounded, they're gonna pull the big trigger. So maybe when they pull the big trigger, it's not as predictable as they thought it would be, considering the fact that it seems like a lot of us are not doing what they expected. And I'm proud of us for that. And that I told you that's kind of why I'm over it, you know? That's another reason why I'm like looking at the content of people's character. That's the reason why I'm falling in love with like Martin Luther King. You know, like all this stuff about race, I'm telling you, it's not true. I was the racist one here. Let's be real. I mean, not in a bad kind of way, not like racist where I'm like, but I didn't trust white people. No, I don't. I'm waiting on the moment people change on me, you know? But God has been showing me there's no such thing as race when God's in the building. You get what I'm saying? Like when God's in the building, it's a whole different ball game. You get what I'm saying? So it's like they're trying to build this concept of these people don't like these people, which they messed up. Like with Black Lives Matter, they messed up. They messed up. Like they tried to use another. I gotta say this. I gotta figure out how to say this because it's such a touchy subject. You know, the I don't like calling them. I'd rather call them LGBT. I don't like calling them like I mean, I get it. Some people call, they call them the alphabet people. I don't want to do that. I'd rather be respectful to what they are, even though they can't do the things they're doing. I'd rather, you know what I mean? I don't know. But they're trying to use that agenda to attach to black agenda. And I just think like that's where they're messing up at because black people are able to look at Black Lives Matter and be like, that ain't for us. That ain't for the hetero sexual family. It's not. It's not for the nuclear family. It's not for the traditional family. They genuinely only care about transgender black males. It says it in their about mission statement. I'm not saying that to be funny acting. No, it says it in their mission statement. You get what I'm saying? So it ain't like I'm being funny acting. No, it says that this ain't an organization for me. So they're trying to attach their agenda with the black experience. And I'm grateful that my people are waking up to that truth. You get what I'm saying? Like, it ain't tomato, tomato. You get what I'm saying? So their agenda, the Black Lives Matter agenda, or the company is not black people's agenda. And I think a lot of other people are seeing that, is what I'm trying to say. Before, I was worried that people weren't going to see, they were going to automatically think, oh, yeah, Black Lives Matter, we're with them and they're with us. I thought that was my fear. That people were going to think that because they're not with us. They are not with us. They wouldn't help me if I was anti-gay. You get what I'm saying? They would not. Black lives don't matter if you anti-gay. Is kind of what Black Lives Matter stands for. You get what I'm saying? Like if you're for the traditional family, they ain't for you. So I think other people are starting to see that is what I'm trying to say. And God's people are way more like there's a lot more of God's people out there than we see. You know what I mean? Than what is being shown to us. You know? Um, so what I'm saying is, I think humanity is smarter than they think. They thought, or the devil. I'm just gonna say the devil is. I think that humanity is smarter than the devil understood. You get what I'm saying? Because it's like they thought that fads and commercials and programming was going to give them a completely led people, right? But now what I'm seeing is, though people aren't saying much, the conversations one on one show that we have a lot more in common than what they're making us think we have in common. You get what I'm saying? So one of the things that I've learned coming from a completely segregated, Cleveland, Ohio is extremely racist and extremely segregated. It really, really is. So what I'm learning coming from that environment is that just there's no color when it comes to God. Like there is no race when there's only good and evil. You get what I'm saying? Those are the real races, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? There's a good race and a bad race, evil race. Those willing to disrespect God and those not willing to disrespect God. You get what I'm saying? Like I get I get Martin Luther King better now. Like I've always loved Martin Luther King, which they've tried to destroy his memory, which I don't care what that look, all everybody was doing some crazy stuff. I don't care what that man was doing in his bedroom. What I care about is his content of his character, and that's what he taught me was to pay attention to the content of people's character. So I'm just seeing things differently. So that's all I'm saying. Um, Let me see if there's anything else along those lines. Yeah, I mean, it's how many times can you tell people? We probably got 6 months to a year before we're in the thick of it. But if people aren't willing to get themselves to safety, God told me that's eyes and ears kind of thing. This is all supernatural. That's another thing. I've learned that most of our world is supernatural, man. Like I feel like I'm living in the TV show Once Upon a Time where you just wake up one day and go, "Oh, the world's supernatural." Uh-oh, didn't even know. And so that is definitely something that I'm noticing is that don't even look at like race. Race ain't real. Good heart or bad heart. That's what willing to disrespect God or not willing to disrespect God. That's the way I'm evaluating people. Other than that, that's all they are is people. You get what I'm saying? But Jesus said it. He said, pay attention to the fruit that someone's bears, right? And he said, remember, I told him, which that makes me mad too. They all talk about the stay woke propaganda. First off, stop that. Y'all know they're blaspheming Jesus's words because Jesus said, stay woke so that no one steals your crown. You get what I'm saying? So they're trying to make it a liberal or a black white liberal, or they're trying to make it like political. Those are Jesus's. Those are Jesus's words, and it makes me it makes me want to cry. It makes me so mad when people say, "Oh, they're talking about stay woke." Y'all do know that come from the Bible. Jesus literally said, pay attention to the fruit they bear, stay woke, so that therefore nobody will steal your crown. Like, why are they turning Jesus's words into a slur? It's like they're trying to attach it to black people. That ain't even a black saying, bro. That's Jesus said that. Jesus said stay woke. Okay? It just makes me so mad. But that's one of the things that, and I think they doing that so that you don't see what Jesus was saying then. Jesus was literally saying, watch what they do and what the fruit they bear. Like for instance, that store I went to, they got good fruit. I mean, no, there was no fruit in the store. But I'm saying I was invited to church. I now have something. I'm going back to volunteer on Thursday. Like I might have friends now. That's the fruit that store bared. And it came from their hearts. You get what I'm saying? Their heart's reaction a certain kind of way. And that's what I'm trying to tell you guys. Throw race away. Take it from me. No, I'm hood all day. Like I ain't got look, I ain't got no white family members. I look like I do, don't I? I don't. I don't. You know, they're just mixed folk making mixed folk. You get what I'm saying? So it ain't even like I'm saying this like as a pick me. No, screw that. Okay, what I want you to do is pick Christ, pick Jesus, pick him. Real talk, because I'm telling you, you'll be able to see people's hearts. Remember what I told you? Read those red words, because that's how I saw Jesus's heart, by reading red words only. And I didn't read the black word. I went back and read them later, but I needed to see Jesus's heart, his knee jerk reactions. You get what I'm saying? So that way I will have the same knee jerk reactions. You get what I'm. So what I'm saying is, don't jump on the bandwagon. Of, yeah, I said it. Don't. Because they will have you blaspheming Christ's words too. That stay woke is Christ's words. It doesn't say stay awake. No, it says stay woke. That's what it says in the Bible. I mean, in some, once you start looking at different uh translations, you'll see stay awake. But no, it says stay woke, so that no one will steal your crown. So that just makes me so mad, because they're really turn it. I don't like when people disrespect my God. Real talk. That ticks me off. Like I'm the nicest person ever until they start disrespecting God. I got to work on that, because He said I got to be meeker. You know what I mean? I'm working on it. I'm trying to get meek. Okay, but I'm telling you guys, when you hear someone, like, they start doing that stay woke agenda in a negative fashion, tell them that that's Christ's words. Tell them, like, to stop it, cut that out, because they literally got you disrespecting the words of the Bible. And those are the words that let you see who's who in a time such as this. That's how I've been able to see who's on my side and who's not, by what they've created, like what came out of it. Like my husband wasn't on my side. Period. When I came out of it, talking bad about all that kind of stuff, he wasn't on my side. Certain people, family members, weren't on my side. Coming out of it, that's the case. But then there's certain other people like Rex on my side. Let me show you what Rex gave me yesterday. This is so. Wait, he told me to stop saying his name on camera though. His name HB. Okay, please forgive me. But he says man. But look at what HB gave me. This is the fruit that he bears. I went over that man's house. He has a picture of Martin Luther King and Malcolm X together at his house. Right? Now I'm in Kentucky. Okay? Now then he shows me this and says, "You could have it, baby." Praise God. Isn't that beautiful? That's the fruit. Y'all get what I'm saying? That's the fruit that man bears. So I cannot say that man's good to me, whereas this person might not have been good to me. That look like me. You get what I'm saying? And I know that's because we all woke up in the once upon a time and did not know the world was supernatural. Well, I'm telling you, judge people by their heart. If they got a good heart, good heart things. They open the door. They stop and say how you doing. They see you have a need, and you were hungry. I fed you. Whatever the case may be. That's the reason why money's stupid, because when everybody's moving from God's heart, you're hungry, I feed you. You naked, I clothe you. Because that's the money of God. You get what I'm saying? That's the freedom of God. That book, Clotel, it literally said freedom was the ability to share. That's freedom. That's freedom. The ability, that's what makes you truly free, is when you are able to share without thinking about it. Like when it doesn't matter, you just share. And that's what HB has been to me. And then when I went to the store, that's what they've been. So I'm just saying, and I'm going to end it. I got to go. I got work to do. Uh, but I do got to say this. Don't let them take you into the concept of race. Don't. Listen to their hearts. I don't care what color they are. Listen to their hearts. right? Listen to their hearts. Like, are they um, trying to get over on you? Don't mess with them people. Run away from them people. Don't even talk to them people. If they constantly trying to get over on you, like, I gotta get away from you. Or if they're, um, I don't know, constantly trying to, I don't know. What I'm saying, and I hope you understand, this is the most important thing I've ever probably said, is we are in a supernatural world. Start paying attention to the knee jerk heart reaction of people. How does their heart react to you? Because they're about to do something. They need a race war so bad. But I promise you, Edmonton, Kentucky has been proving them to be liars. They ain't gonna get it in Edmonton. I could tell. You get them? I could tell. There's too much love here. Maybe in Lexington, maybe in Glasgow. I don't know, but not in Edmonton. I could tell because people here really know God. That's what I'm trying to say. It's like when you're around people that really know God, you can see their heart. It's like they put their heart out in front of you. And they're like a free store. Come on, man. They put their heart out in front of you. And I want to live like that. So I'm about to go in here too and start gathering stuff that I want to donate so that I could give to the free store. That's going to be one of my missions is to give stuff to this free store as much as possible. Get other people to give stuff to this free store as much as possible. Oh, okay. So I'm very passionate about this concept of race because, like I said, I was real sheltered. I'm hood all day, inner city, all day. Ain't even got, I know it looked like I got white family members. Don't, none, not one. My father's mother was raped by the Ku Klux Klan in Little Rock, Arkansas, and which made my father. And that's why I'm this color. My dad, you should have seen my daddy. But speaking of, let me hurry up and say this before my phone died. So y'all know my daddy died. This shows you somebody's heart. And remember I was telling you about HB's mom. She has Alzheimer's, right? And I was showing them the obituary of my dad, right? And I left it there because I would be forgetting stuff. I went back. His mom, I'm about to cry. His mom put the picture up on the wall. And then now mind you, she has Alzheimer's. So she literally comes to me like look, see he come visit me sometime. He used to come visit me. He's a handsome man. That's my friend. She, she literally put up my dad's picture as if they were dating. Praise God. She never met my dad a day in her life. But praise God. That's deep from that woman's heart is what I'm trying to say. That's so beautiful to go in like to not have any family members of a different color where it look like I do because everybody always go, "Oh, they like you down there." No, they don't. Well, actually they like the God in me down here. You get what I'm saying? It ain't about color. You could tell once the veil has been torn, it's about the heart. I'm telling y'all. So watch people's hearts. And then whatever, treat them accordingly, regardless of their color. Like either they got a heart after God or they don't. And if they don't got a heart after God, then you need to know you're dealing with a demon, flat out. Remember, everybody got demons. Every single person has demons. They're like fungus. Remember we talked about this. Defense mechanisms are the names of demons. So think of a defense mechanism, not a coping mechanism. Those are names of angels. You get what I'm saying? If God is the word, these words are the entities. You get what I'm saying? So, okay, look at me in my, like, I'm ready. So I could go off all day and I'm going to, praise God, y'all gave me back my passion for telling y'all uh, a little bit more about what's going on. And I know definitely we got to talk about how to spot God's people. It's in their heart. Don't have an allegiance to a race. That's what I'm trying to get you to realize. Don't have an allegiance to a race. Don't have allegiance to a person. Only have allegiance to God Himself and righteousness. Righteousness will keep you safe during this time. And goodness, do those be attitudes, be that. Because now there's other people like me that love God are watching for that. Those are the only people that I'm looking to hook up with. The only people I'm looking to be a blessing to. You get what I'm saying? I'm trying to be with the other people that have those beatitudes. Because that's the real race. Y'all see it, right? Because there's only supposed to be one race, which is the human race. Well, I'm letting you know there are two races, evil and good. And now choose this day whom you shall serve. I'm choosing good. Like I'm Urkel good out here. I'm trying to be. Yes. Flat out Urkel good. Yes. And I'm fake with it. I'm trying to be that good. Trying to be that good. Real talk. So if anybody be like, oh, she's so fake, you lucky I ain't who I was. Real talk. I'm trying to be Urkel good. For God. For not so I don't get my butt whooped. No, I know I'm saved. Real talk. I know I'm saved. No. But I am doing it so that that way why am I doing it? Because I'm choosing this day whom I shall serve. That's why. So I just want to empower you to choose this day whom you shall serve. And yeah, it may feel weird being full house good. Steve Urkel Family Matters good. How about that? Let's go instead of Black Lives Matter. Let's go with Family Matters. You know they ain't want to talk about that because they trying to stop the family. You get what I'm saying? Uh, but let's say being that, trying to be that good, knowing. Now mind you, it's Urkel, right? So knowing you'll never live up to like your deeds ain't getting you into heaven or nothing, but you get to be what God called us to be on this earth. Like, isn't that the coolest thing? And by grace, you get what I'm saying? So, like, it doesn't matter. Like, I hope I'm saying all of this correct. But it doesn't matter what you think of me. It matters what God thinks of me. And I want to be his hand, right? Because that's what Enoch did. I don't like Enoch. Y'all know that. Y'all know I don't like Enoch. He a narc. Real talk. Enoch is a narc. Okay. But he made God's right hand dormant behind him. Go read that book that everybody see. That's why I say don't get on nobody's bandwagon because people got on the bandwagon for the book of Enoch, but obviously don't feel like he wrong. How dare you leave my God's right hand dormant behind you? You messed up, bruh. You get what I'm saying? So when you're good though, you can be God's right hand. Like you get to do those things for him. Like you're compelled, like I'll go do it for you, Lord. I'll go do it. Like you get what I'm saying? So it feels good. It's fun. It feels good. It's great. So I just wanted to say that. I'm running from bees. It got right up in my face. Okay. So, all right, I'm out. I'll probably come back again later because, I miss you guys and this was a good conversation because that is the number one thing that's on right now is them trying to create division in the races and trying to create loyalty for a man. When I'm telling you, there's no loyalty for a man. There's no such thing as race. And I know you're like, what? No loyalty for a man? No, because I serve God like higher than a man. My loyalty is for God. And if you're disrespecting him, like that's the way you make sure that you have no prejudice. Like this ain't prejudiceness cuz I'm literally holding everyone around me to being good to God. If you ain't good to God, I see you. I got to go. You get what I'm saying? That's how I act like. Okay, but I pumpkin. You get what I'm saying? But if you good to God, let's be good to God together. You know? So yeah, I just ramble. Ah! I'm getting beat up by bugs. I can't stand here anymore. I have to go. All right, I love you guys, and I hope it was all understandable. And I wanted to have like a Q&A. Anybody wanted to ask me any questions about what's going on here? Uh, but it might be too early in the day or something. So I'll try again later after I get some stuff done. And but thanks for being there. That's all I want to say is thanks for being there. And yeah, go be good. Try to have knee jerk reactions of goodness today. Just try. Now, mind you, I'm not telling you. Yeah, we totally got to talk about this more in depth because people see me giving away money and giving away things, and they'll think that's what they're supposed to do. No, I don't give away money that I expect back. So, like, let's say you borrowed money from me, I won't ever let anyone borrow money that I expect back. Every time I've ever let anyone borrow money, I literally don't expect it back. You get what I'm saying? Like I have no expectations for it back. So it's a plus when they give it back. You get what I'm saying? So everything that you do has to be about keeping your heart okay. You get what I'm saying? Because if I would have expected it back and they don't give it back, now my heart is hurt. No, the first thing to do is protect the wholesomeness of your heart. You get what I'm saying? To give what you can, to do what you can do, not trying to do what somebody else can do. No, you find that person that can do it and go find the person that can do it and have them do it for that person if you can't do it. You get what I'm saying? That's still doing God's work if you can't do it. You get what I'm saying? Uh, so we'll go more in depth on that one because I've seen people think they're doing right by God, but while corrupting their own hearts. You can't uh, like if you're going to do something for God, you can't let it corrupt your heart. That's a big part of doing stuff for God. Like you only do what is genuinely in your heart to do. Okay? But be good to everybody, right? Be kind to every stranger. Whatever you can give, give it. Whatever you can give freely, give it. If it ain't money, give your time. If it ain't your time, give your possessions. If it ain't your possessions, give you a ride. If it ain't, you know what I mean? Because there's very little like let's say that this is a battle between good and evil. The things that I just spoke of are the things that God's warriors do. Like if their army, his army has to do that. It ain't going out fighting nobody, killing nobody. No. It's killing them with kindness. That's what God's army does. It kills everybody with kindness and love and to go with them 2 miles. You want me to go one? I'm going two. You shouldn't have had me come with you, baby, because now I got to go with you 2 miles. And you get what I'm saying? Like, and I'm going to do it joyfully. And by the end of it, you going to be evangelized and changed by the time I'm done walking with you 2 miles. You get what I'm saying? So, okay. I hope I explained exactly what I was trying to say. And I love you guys, and I will talk to you guys soon. I'll be back soon. All right. Bye, guys. My phone going to die. I don't want to die on y'all.